Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all staying safe. I heard gunshots outside our apartments. So, yeah, really stay safe, folks.
2020.
2020. Nobody was hurt. I didn't see any ambulance or anything, but I did have police stop by my door. So, yeah, that was a nice, fun little scare. Anywho, welcome everyone. It is Halloween. We do not have this isn't really a Halloween game, but we're here to play some D&D. We are playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and we are on Chapter 4, I believe. Chapter 4. And I also believe that you all had... Did you all finish your side quest? I don't remember.
All we have left is the changeling ones.
Oh, yeah.
The doppelgangers?
Or they had doppelgangers.
It was like the
and-
changelings.
Nim's creation. We still have to find that thing.
Yeah.
Find that thing.
I think we've been passively looking for it as we've been going out doing other things.
Yep.
Mentally just, playing with the...
Playing with the secret.
Yep. Ooh, fun. Alright. Okay, so, yes, you're still in search of Nim's creation. Well, one of Nim's creation. Another Nim will write, just like Nim, except not like Nim. A bit more violent, as it were. You had gone through the Growlhund Manor, in which you discovered that there was a conflict going on between the House Guard as well as some members of the Zinteron. With the bloody conflict ended, you managed to draw out a little bit of information, turn down a bribe, and might have made a potential enemy. That being said, you resumed your search, picked up a few additional missions, and it will be a new day. What would you all like to do?
When we left off, I think we were just about to wrangle a griffin and send someone to a death trap.
Oh yeah. That's right, you were talking to...
Butts.
Hey, those are fireworks.
Sabra, what's her face?
Not gunshots, fireworks.
Not gunshots, fireworks.
And phone.
Alright, let me pull up your contact.
Savra Balabranta.
Boy, that is noisy.
So wait, who are we sending to their death? I don't remember.
We never got to that part.
She
We were
was
still having a friendly conversation about who has the best way with animals.
Oh. Oh, that's right. We were about to ride that flying thing. I have a +4.
Well, I'd say you're a little bit more nimble than I.
I also have slow fall, I think.
Haha.
You sure do.
Oh, that's right. I'm pretty handy with animals. I'm not well trained in it, but it seems like a natural And that's your gift.
Ah,
With
good.
my +5 animal handling untrained.
Well, I believe that gives us a pilot and co-pilot.
Yeah, because I can, um, yeah,
What?
I can take 40 points of falling damage without actually, excuse me, taking damage.
Oh, okay.
No,
I don't need
my
them.
bad. 20.
Oh,
I
that's
read
like
that wrong.
50 feet negated. That's still pretty good.
It's a pretty big fall.
And that's assuming, like, average rolls on every die, by the way.
We could see. You can just slow fall for yourself, correct?
Yes, I can only slow fall for myself.
Alright. But you can do it. So,
But I can.
yeah, Savra. Not Savra, lost my place already.
That thought 1 second. Okay.
Alright. Here we go. Savra Bellabranta. It is Savra, it's a different Savra. Savra Bellabranta. She takes you outside. Whoops. Outside, and it's not terribly far. She does hail a cart and guide you all along, but she takes you to where a. Let me actually just. So you all are at the Halls of Justice here. She takes you off to the side where a fort is, which I do not believe is on. Is it on here? Nope, not. But yeah, she takes you off to where some of the soldiers actually train. There is. She walks you through an open fielded area where a lot of the guards are not just in training for themselves, but there is a griffin there that is young. It's a young griffin, able to ride on, be ridden on, but it does appear like it is being trained to serve as a mount in the Griffin Cavalry, the ones that you see flying over the city. But Savra approaches to someone handling it and looks to the rest of you and says, "You had one. Who of you was planning on riding Bone Snapper?"
I think me probably, maybe, I think.
Well, all right. And she kind of like steps off to the side and gestures for you to follow. She looks to the person handling him right now, and they have like part of their harness leashed to a solid wooden post, but they pull out like a bit of uncooked meat and toss it to this griffin that snaps at it and starts to eat. Just appears like it's a little morsel of a snack. But you approach and Cyrus says, "Excuse me, these adventurers here are looking to spend a favor in borrowing one of our griffins." The handler looks up and says, "Oh, are you? Well, okay. gotta make sure that you can handle Bone Snapper. Go ahead and just hold out a fresh bit of meat to you.
Why do they call him Bone Snapper?
Well,
If it is to intimidate, I feel. Couldn't that moniker be given to them once it's grown and trained for the sake of combat?
if it were an intimidation factor, it would be. We've had a couple of people break a couple ankles on their descent.
Well, good luck, little one.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I am not worried. I do not have bones.
So what do I have to do? I've never flown a thing that is a
Well,
lot bigger than me.
you gotta get.
Come
You
now.
have to get Bone Snapper to trust you. So here and hold out that bit of meat for them. Don't get bitten.
I'm gonna give Lime inspiration as well.
Okay.
You can do it, don't get eaten. You can do it, don't get eaten. And she's
Does
just
anybody
a-
know anything about griffin mating rituals?
Don't do it.
appear to be a tasty snack.
Well,
I
they tend
don't,
to do
but-
it when they, for griffin mating rituals, they tend to rocket themselves as a pair, like miles into the sky, and then they spiral downwards as they copulate.
They call it the corkscrew.
They do call it the corkscrew.
Well, I can't fly. So, I guess I'll
Enjoy
take the
your
food and...
enthusiasm.
We believe in you, and I'll cast guidance on her.
Okay. So I have inspiration, which is a D6.
Yes, I believe. Is it a D6 at your level, or you're
We're
level
at
4 now.
4. I don't think it's upgraded yet. I think it's still a D6 dino. I think I checked
Alright.
this last time.
So I'll kind of approach the griffin kind of close to the ground, like all fours. You know how I typically walk, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Kind of like tilts his head at you, just staring.
and I'll just kind of hold up the food above my head with my head kind of like tucked.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh,
That is...
And that's a D6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh no.
14. 13.
With the 13, there is a moment, a pause before this griffin moves forward, and then there's a really quick snap! And it snaps the food out, and its beak actually catches you. Actually, should have pulled up Griffin's stats before I did this. Here we go. Ah. Oh. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
You take 9 piercing damage. And I will take off that whisper.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna cast patient defense. Ah, that hurt.
It doesn't like lash out to attack you, but it doesn't seem like it trusts you. It grabs the food and then just like backs up and starts ripping it apart. And he goes, "You gotta be more assertive. Make sure that you're making yourself the dominant one in the relationship."
Right. Give me another piece.
Hand you another piece.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna use patient defense this time on myself.
Griffin stands up too, and the feathers kind of like bristle and poof up like it's giving itself a bigger mane.
And I'm gonna try again.
go for it.
Natural 20.
It snaps
Minus
at,
the 4.
yeah, it snaps at you again, but this time you're ready for it. With your patient defense, you just parry it and smack its beak away, and it looks surprised and just tilts its head. And then
I have drugs that do more damage than you do.
Yeah. And it lays down on its lion legs and then waits for the food.
Like, what kind of raw meat is it? I'm sure it's just like a steak of raw meat.
Yeah.
Goblin.
Alright, then I'll just give him the whole of it.
Yeah. And he
Slowly. I'm gonna make him wait.
It does that bird thing where its head like extends and it's like puts his beak on it.
Gentle?
Huh?
Gentle? I'll put it.
Takes it and eats it. Doesn't snap at you that time. But you hear, much better. Before you go up though, you want to wear this harness. I think this is about your size, and he pulls something off his hanging on a rack, and and it offers you this harness. And you're gonna want to clip yourself to the saddle.
Hey, Eleanor, can you give me a boost?
Oh, sure. And she'll kind of do that thing where she crouches down to help her pick her up onto it.
I guess I'll latch myself into this griffin.
And you do, and the griffin kind of just like is still laying down and just waits for you and waits until you're ready.
Give it a pet.
It like tilts its head like it does a thing where it looks like it doesn't want to enjoy it, but really does enjoy it.
Is this a one-person thing?
You're kind of small. You can probably fit someone else up on there if you wanted.
I can drive if someone wants to hold the thing. All right.
I have no bones. It cannot snap them.
Do you approach?
Yes.
Meet me in animal handling.
Can I instead attempt to play music to soothe it? No, I'll just make it animal. I have to actually be in roll 20 for that to work. 1 second.
Can it be with advantage because I am petting it?
It can be. With
I don't know if it is a him or a her.
Disregard that one.
But
There we go.
That's enough.
I would have
Either way.
taken that natural 20 though, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Either way, it's enough.
It is a natural 20 either way with advantage.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to mind. It waits until you're on in your clip to it as well. But after a moment, Savra approaches it again and says, "All right, Bone Snapper will make a sweep of the city. It'll probably be up there. When you're ready to go back, just give Bone Snapper a couple kicks into the side. Not hard, but just to let him know that you're ready to go down."
okay.
All right. So with that, Bone Snapper will take a running start, bounding a bit like a lion before the wings spread out, fan out entirely, and takes off up into the sky. And you see the ground leave quite rapidly.
This is a bad time to say I'm afraid of heights.
But you spiral upwards, and you get a really nice aerial view of the city. You can see a couple of large statues that are dotted here and there. You see the castle in the a little bit to the south of you. The dock ward further south. City of the Dead. So, in which direction do you fly your bone snapper?
That was a bone snapping.
I guess in a clockwise motion, probably going. Where were we?
You were around
By, like-
here. Yeah, you were taken off to the side to.
Shift ping so we can zero the camera.
There you go.
Yeah,
Little
so
train
probably
here.
like north towards the seaward
All right.
first.
And you're just doing the clicky thing.
Oh yeah, I am holding
Alright.
up.
So go ahead and give me an investigation with advantage.
I'm good at those two. 19.
19. So you start to fly, making your way northward. You pass over the sea ward before turning into the field ward, then down over the north ward where you are, past the City of the Dead southward until you reach the dock ward. As you're making your way back, a moment passes before finally the umbrella starts to spin. And now give me a perception check. With
Both of us, or
advantage.
just
Both, yeah, both of you with advantage. Line, you're the first to notice, but Medley, you see it as well. Down below some of the alley, between some of the alley, there is a little glint of something that seems like it's in a pile of refuse, just tucked into a back alley somewhere. And that's
where is this?
That's in the dock ward, so it would probably be. You're probably somewhere down here when you see it.
Okay. Alright. So, hey, Medley, do we want to keep this thing?
The griffin?
Yeah.
I don't think that would be advisable. We do not have storage for a bone snapper.
Alright, well, you remember where this place, where we see it is? Because I don't want to drop down and us be alone.
I have committed it to memory.
And I will kind of turn Bone Snapper in the direction back to... were we noticed by the Nimblerite? The refuse?
Doesn't seem to.
Okay.
There's no movement, no reaction.
I will, head back to the Halls of Justice.
Alright.
Justice.
And as you return, it's easy enough. Go ahead and just give me one more animal handling.
Oh wait, Dido's flipping.
With a 10, it's enough not to get thrown off completely. It is a bit of a rough landing. And Bone Snapper does do a quick dive as well. It is not fun unless you really like roller coasters. You see the ground speed up to you really fast before the wings just buff it out again and catch the draft before he lands and then settles down.
Oh, can we do that again?
looks
That was
back.
so fun.
Yeah. Bone Snapper looks back at you expectantly.
I give it a pat on the head after like looking for food on my person.
Yeah. You'll be handed another bit of meat if you wanted to feed him again.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll feed him.
Yeah. He happily eats.
That was fun. The landing was a little rough, but wow, is that what it's like to be tall?
I would not know.
That's what it's like to fly. Good work, Bone Snapper. Gives a pep to the griffin.
More importantly, did you find anything?
Maybe. Did you find anything?
She pats down her pockets. No nimble rat in there. I hope you fared a lot better.
Yeah, we found it. It was a pile of garbage in the dock ward.
It is hiding in refuse.
And you're certain this is it?
Yes.
Yes.
I squeezed
Very
the secret
certain.
very tightly, and it reacted positively.
He twitched a lot.
Oh, very good then. Let's get going.
I guess Medley and I will lead them in the Hey, Sabra, can I ask you for a favor?
What is it?
So that griffin kind of bit me kind of hard. Do you have any healing abilities? Like our like Elizabeth does?
Let me check. She might. Where are you?
If Elizabeth wasn't selfish, she would just heal her herself. But I would rather have the spell slot.
That's why Lime is also selfish. That is why she asked her.
Might as well have somebody else do it than use ours.
Nope. She is a knight, not a paladin.
Is there anybody nearby that could
You know what?
patch?
She serves a god. I don't see any reason why she wouldn't have paladin spells.
Here you go, kid. Hands her a scroll of cure language.
There. She reaches out. She heals you. You heal for 9. She's a paladin now.
She's a paladin now.
She's a paladin now.
Yeah.
I thank you very much.
Of course.
And I think Bone Snapper is going to be a very good Bone Snapper when he is old.
Hopefully not for our riders anymore. But we do wish you the best of luck in your whatever it is you're doing.
Thank you very much for the assistance.
Of course.
Do remember, I'm more than happy for any other work you happen to have.
You already did her last mission, correct?
Yes, we
That's
turned
right,
that in
yeah,
and
'cause
then
we're-
had this
yeah.
conversation.
Oh yeah, and you got the weird potions.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. We did get those weird potions.
Did you write them down, Dato?
I did. A potion of vein tattoos and a constipation detection.
The poop aura.
That's right. Their aura changes colors depending on how badly they, or was it when the last time they did was?
Depending on when the
Yeah.
last time they pooped was.
Very important scroll.
Super
Yes, we
important.
traded fucking potions of healing for those. I'm so happy.
Listen, you could have been a cabbage.
Could have been a cabbage, it's true. Alright, so you all have a location of this thing. You all meet some doppelgangers tomorrow. What would y'all like to do?
What time is it?
It's probably mid-afternoon.
We've got time to go get them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. Let's see. Is there...
Just real quick, we dealt with the rat folk the night before, then came and did this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I mustn't have remembered to update my spells.
Quick note, Ren. I doubt we'll be needing it tonight or anything, but there's no... I'm not seeing any casting. Never mind, I'll talk to you about it later. What?
Oh, yeah, it won't be on there because you're using the summer map. The Dragon Heist doesn't load all the maps up. That's why you picked the season.
Yes, but this season we need them. Is what I mean.
No, you have us in summer.
Yes.
They're in spring, aren't they?
They are summer.
Are you sure? Hold on. I'm going to turn off. I'm going to put up the away screen so I can take a look at the GM side.
Alright.
Don't think that's right, but 1 second. I'm not saying you're wrong, I just don't think that's...
I do not have the alley either.
So, the one you have on here is the Xanathars. No, wait. Hold on. I'm going to back out and double check something. Because, yeah, you're missing some maps. That's not right.
So yeah, shout out for our American viewers and most of you guys, well, all of you guys. Daylight savings happens tonight. So
I
just
get
Oh,
an
remember that.
extra
right,
hour of
it's
sleep.
done.
Yep, it's Halloween, a full moon, and daylight savings.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a full blue moon, by the way.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm recounting.
This is when we all start melting into orange juice, and the end of Evangelion happens.
So
Yeah, the end of the world is just tonight, 2020. Yes.
So
Yeah.
when you started this up, and it might have been me not doing it, you needed to select a season, and it would load in the extra maps.
Okay.
So everybody back out of the game real quick. We gotta
Sure
load
thing.
up. We gotta load up some extra stuff. You're certain it's summer then?
It is summer.
Okay. So this is just gonna add that in, and give it just a second. Okay, you guys can reload in. It should be on there now, hon. Oops, that backed me out.
So I really want
There we go.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything,
Right.
Yeah, it looks really good.
but my birthday is at the end of the month, so I can't buy it.
You could put the money aside so when it comes out on the 17th, you can get it.
No, I can't, because it's more than likely going to be a gift to me from my brother.
Yeah, she
You
said
put the
she's
money
saying she
aside
wants
and
it,
then-
but she's waiting for it to come.
Yeah, it's like he would be very upset with me if I bought it.
You put the money
Or
aside and then
just buy the
celebrate with
D&D.
drinks.
Just buy the D&D Beyond version, and then he can get you
Well,
the
that's
physical
what I
version.
that's what I told him I want.
Okay, get the physical version, and he can buy you the D&D version.
No, no,
D&D Beyond.
he's buying me the D&D Beyond version because that's the version that I want. Because I do all the content sharing for Swindler's Den.
But it'll be nice because we'll also have it on this one at least because you're in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be buying that as well, so
Oh, well, there
you guys will have it regardless.
Nice. Nice.
I have not gotten Icewind Dale yet. I want to though. I just haven't.
Someday I'll have enough disposable cash to just buy up all of the books for their obscene amount of price and just have them available. we ever get more viewers with generous tipping, we could just do a campaign where it's like, help us buy all the books for D&D.
Oh, totally.
We promise we'll play all of them. Just buy them for us.
Listen,
And don't forget
we
to
can-
subscribe to get the word out.
We can make time for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
I mean, I already mentioned that I want to do Descent again now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get back into it.
Yeah,
Let us
my
go to
only-
hell. And
my
let
I would
only-
have to make a new character. It wouldn't be the same.
And let Illrigger be a class I can play, because that would be fun.
You know, that could be a thing, because I like the way Illrigger looks. And
How
handles.
they're not super heavy armored paladins, they're just really cool armored.
It's like, don't
I
worry
slap
about it.
you
Just-
harder with
just
my
don't worry.
charisma, because I'm so fucking cool.
It's like, don't worry about it. I'm just mildly.
It's gonna be weird if we play Descent again, and I'm not a slut.
You could kill Thirstwell again. It's fine.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the same.
Make it even better.
Hey,
Look at
maybe he'll
these,
survive this time.
Give subs come.
That's the thing.
Thank you.
I'm forcing people into our crowd. And fucking hit 2 of you guys. So enjoy, guys.
Yes, and it's like you just.
You're a
just-
sub to your own channel.
Well, Amish Wookiee got us.
Yeah.
Too, so there you go.
Yay.
Don't worry, we'll play Descent. Shane will play somebody, an artificer that makes nothing but bombs. Everything will go fine.
No,
Shane
no
will,
bomb.
Shane will
No
play a character
bomb.
that's competent with their fighting ability.
Yeah. I loved Nail, but goddamn did I have some shit rounds in combat. Conveniently, the fucking combat where I died, I did really fucking amazing damage. Oh,
Val took like no damage ever, except for what she did to herself by trying to open that puzzle box.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
yeah, just 36 damage to the face.
And it was legit just enough to knock me unconscious.
Right?
Let go. Alright. Just putting your tokens down. Alright, but you all are able to navigate your way back. It takes a bit longer on foot. Once you make it there. With Lime and Medley leading you.
Beep boop. It is this way. Boop boop.
And
Zelda nerd is now following. Hello.
Lost. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm reopening a bunch of stuff now that.
Now that we had to fix it, yeah.
We're- Oh, I can't find it. It's the wrong table. Here we go. Boop. And there you are. You all are free to move.
It is this way. She's still holding up Nim's secret just to make sure.
Yeah, I'll
It is
be
going
following
on
closely
faster and
behind.
faster. And it is vibrating quite enthusiastically.
It just
I want to
press one
be
end up against Nim's
stealth.
cheek.
I want to. What?
Nim's secret is she likes alleyways.
She said it was vibrating a lot, so I pressed it up against your cheek.
Well, let's see where it leads.
Yep. I'm trying to be quiet, but that ain't happening.
You're distracted by.
I'm just
the
vibrating
vibration.
too much.
The druid disappears.
I need 1 second.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It is
Noble
quite
vanish.
pleasant vibrations too.
I spent a feat on that proficiency, damn it!
You're all so stealthy. Well, I'm literally holding that device that's just going.
Basically, yeah.
It starts going awooga.
I'm gonna peek around the corner. Do I see which way the nimble right is?
Yep. You see two wooden legs sticking out, covered in some garbage, with a fine cloak just trailing out.
I'm gonna point to it.
Nimble, right? Detected.
Oh.
We are supposed to.
Oh, you know what? I can talk in people's heads. I will one by one tell everybody, alright, it's down there, its legs are sticking out.
We spent all this time looking for this elusive thing and it's just laying there?
Could it be advisable to ambush it? Catch it from both sides?
We should.
That would actually be good, yeah.
Maybe try to speak to it. It might be beneficial to know why it did what it did.
Oh yes, that'd be good. Can you talk to it?
While you do that, I'll slip around the back.
Okay.
And with my kick-ass self, I'm gonna, like, just...
Clang, 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 clang,
here.
clang, clang. Oh, dang it.
I'm gonna step out and try and talk to him.
Okay.
I will stay kind of close to her, like giving her room, but, you know, kind of close enough that if shit goes down, I can get to him.
And so she walks up and she says, "How do you do, fellow automaton?"
There's a moment where its head like shifts in your direction, but it doesn't respond.
I mean you no harm. I come on behalf of your friend, Nim. And I hold up Nim's secret. We have been asked to bring you back home. Would you like to go home?
It stands up. And it doesn't reply or have any mouth to reply, but it just stares from where it's at, from where you're at. Like some of the garbage just like falls off it as it rises up.
I'll say to Medley in her head with my silent speech, ask him where he, what he did with the stone.
Oh, yes. Do you know where the Stone of Galor is?
No response.
Do you understand my words?
There is a slight nod.
Will you come peacefully?
Oh,
No answer.
I say in
Seems to continue to wait.
I say in Medley's head, remember that the one at the thing, didn't it do some things? And I start moving my hands all weird.
Yes, it did. We have to be careful, or else it could become dangerous.
Is it injured?
Why did you attack Troll Skull Alley?
It like cants its head like it's like it doesn't understand the question and just continues to stare. And it looks like it's either waiting for something in specific, or when you move closer, Lime, it does put a hand on a sword at its hip. It doesn't draw it.
Oh, it's a fighting one.
And Eleanor immediately puts both of her hands up like that. Oh, hang on, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Elizabeth, make another stealth check.
Much better.
What kind of armor are you in?
Medium.
Medium.
Specifically a chain shirt. I downgraded so I wouldn't have disadvantage on stealth.
Okay. All right. It does not react to your presence.
Eleanor speak up. You're not injured or anything, are you?
It tilts its head to the other side, like it also doesn't understand the question.
Are you damaged?
Shakes its head.
Come with us. We are going to take you home.
We have a safe place or safe way we can get you there.
It still waits. Someone give me, I guess go ahead and give me an insight check.
I'll trust Eleanor's amazing
Okay.
insight.
It's a +6 too.
Just CSI zoom in, scanning them all over.
Enhance.
What's the deal?
Eleanor,
Real.
it doesn't seem to have any sort of purpose.
And she takes it like, it had a job, but now it doesn't anymore.
Would you like a job?
It waits.
We can give you a job. We have a hospital that needs employees.
Make a persuasion check.
We'll do so.
Seven.
Can I also make persuasion since I also proposed the idea?
I will allow it.
Yeah.
She probably should have made the persuasion check anyways.
With a 21, it releases its grip on the saber and steps out and waits.
Excellent. We have just the place for you. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
It's like-
Is he coming with us?
It seems to be amicable to the idea of having a purpose.
It's understandable. Nobody likes to be purposeless in this world.
It's true. Everyone wants a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I will say in Eleanor's head, is there a way to prove we destroyed it without actually destroying it if it's coming with us?
We can borrow its hat.
Oh yes, proof that it's no longer there. They'll be happy. I mean, well, they'll probably not be happy they didn't get to do it personally, but that's their problem, not ours.
If they wanted to do it personally, they would be here now.
Mm-hmm. And I, for one, am not about to have something destroyed just because someone finds it inconvenient.
We do still need to find out what he did with that stone, though.
Yes, we will have to find where the stone ended up. But I can be quite persuasive.
Is he following us? Is he coming to us or just standing there?
It is standing there waiting.
I walk up to him and hold out my hand.
It stares at your hand.
Shake my hand. It will show that we have agreed to your new purpose.
It reaches out and it shakes your hand, but from like side to side.
Acceptable.
Does it do the secret Warforged handshake?
Well, it's not a Warforged, so no.
Probably
No, it
not.
doesn't.
Not a Warforged.
It could learn.
To learn to love.
Alright, let's get this thing back to... I mean, I think we're the only ones really kind of looking for it. Kind of, maybe? I don't know. Maybe we should get him back to the hospital before, just in case.
Yes, we should get him far from prying eyes and those who wish to destroy him.
Hmm.
How do you plan to transport this Nimblewright without being noticed?
We put a fake mustache on him.
Alright.
Do
You're trying to say that
Do-
doesn't work?
I am
Prestidigitation
not...
is closed to change the color.
You put a fake mustache over the wooden mustache of its carved face.
I
That's all I
will
got.
cast.
Orcs don't get a whole lot of spells.
I will cast Pass Without Trace so we can sneak through back alleys and shit to get home faster.
Alright, everybody give me stealth checks.
And that's what, plus 10?
Mm-hmm.
For description only. So official.
1, 2,
Yeah,
no.
31 stealth. Smoke bomb. Mushroom bomb.
Mushroom bomb. Spore bomb.
Alright.
Some poor nobleman walks
So
like
you
that.
all start to sneak along, and this Nimblewright, like, waits. It does not start following immediately.
They'll be
Nimblewright,
like-
please follow us. It
It's
is
just
for
a
your
follow.
safety.
It starts to follow, but whereas you all are just walking, it doesn't seem to make any effort to stealth. It just follows.
It's okay. We'll surround him. We'll use our massive stealth to keep them hidden. Just no one pay attention to the hat. No one look at the hat.
Don't look at it.
Are we missing a stealth?
You do not have one from Elizabeth.
Yeah, eventually, seeing the creation starting to follow her party, she'd follow along. But I'll argue this is a disadvantage because she doesn't know they were trying to hide this thing. Oh, fucking shit anyway, because, why the fuck would I invest a feat in this?
You also know
Hey,
the
that's
plus
still
10.
16. You're welcome.
The Nimblewright makes no effort to hide itself. It just follows, obeying to the letter. But you all manage to make it back to your hospital. Actually, better. Hospital.
Hospital.
Here we go.
Alright, Mr. Nimblewright, you will be in charge of the second floor bed and breakfast area. Making sure making sure everybody is fed and well rested and taken care of.
I love the map.
No, isn't the map so awesome?
Mm-hmm.
So when you say that, it starts to move and walk off and starts going through different rooms until it finds the kitchen. Goes into the pantry, pulls out everything, and starts to cook.
Oh.
Alright, and you have to make all of the beds and preferably stay in the kitchen, the second floor, or you can have the top floor. I don't think anybody is really using it, but stay away from the front desk. Just for now.
It pauses at the exit to the kitchen and just stands there, not crossing the threshold.
Excellent. I think this will be.
You
a
can
great
use the
working
hallway.
relationship.
You just can't go to the front desk.
Steps
You want
into
to avoid the
hallway.
public eye.
But yeah, it goes to work and is chopping up vegetables and sautéing or attempting to cook.
Wow.
We should have checked to see if it knows how to cook first.
I'm
I
gonna
will
watch
think-
it cook.
I
Does
will
it
think
look like
is
it knows how to
delicious
cook?
Regardless.
I suppose we'll find out.
I suppose someone will find out. And it is a hospice, after all.
What would y'all like to do?
So how do we make the Gond people think this thing is destroyed?
I walk up to the Nimblewright. May I see your hat?
It takes the hat off and holds it out.
I will keep this hat, and I will buy you a newer, better hat. A chef's hat. And then I walk out.
Ooh.
I walk over to Lime. I take out my knife, and I cut it up a few times. There. The Nimblewright is dead. Wink.
The nimble collapses in the kitchen.
Just says
So
we-
are we saying that we set it on fire and it burned to ash?
Well, with
Well,
the
I
damage, we
stabbed
could
the
say that
hat,
it was
but there is no
damaged.
fire damage. I could burn it if you like.
Well, we could say
Um,
something found it in the alleyway and destroyed it.
Not to be a damper on your plans, but I've dealt with a few bounty cases before in my time, and they tend to want more than a fucking article of clothing. Does any of you know how to, say, make an imitation arm, perhaps? Body parts go a long way.
Medley pulls off her arm and holds it out. Would this be acceptable?
They may want to claim it and keep it.
Hmm.
I wouldn't suggest giving your body parts away.
We could visit the blacksmith in the morning.
But wait,
Maybe
you
he-
sell
maybe he
your
knows how to
body
make
all
stuff.
the time. Why is this different?
Well, we can regrow missing stuff with spells and things. We don't have a she's like a guy that could make you a new one.
Oh no, I meant sex, but that's fine.
Oh,
I was
Oh.
I mean,
humor.
If it were like a potion or something, maybe I could like remake it. But I can't rebuild an arm.
Hmm. Very well. This is acceptable.
I mean, we can try.
We could hire someone, perhaps. Although most people willing to make mechanical arms would be affiliated with the Church of God.
Well,
And
if
let's
you
not
would
forget
know,
that we're lying to
Nimblewright-
priests here.
The Nimblewright is actually made of wood. We have a carpenter in Trollskull Alley.
ooh, we do.
Now that is a sensible idea.
And while we are lying to priests, they are priests that want to just destroy it rather than understand it. So that's kind of
For
on them.
understandable reasons, let's not forget. If this were undead, I would not be willing to keep it.
I walk into the
This
kitchen.
is-
Nim, may I borrow your left arm?
It does not respond.
Give me your left arm, Nim.
Are you calling it Nim?
No, sorry, Nimblewright.
Nimberite? Okay.
Nim
Yeah.
2.0.
It pauses, turns around, grabs its arm, and you start to hear like a little bit of like creaking and cracking before
Do not damage yourself. Just remove it if you are able.
continues to try and pry it out before it sounds like there's like a little bit of a crack of wood before it pops it off, and then it holds out its arm.
I will return this shortly. And I walk back to the group. I now have Nimblewright armed. Let us make a perfect replica.
Who's gonna pay for it?
Why, Elizabeth will, of course. He is a man, after all, and prefers working with his wood. This was another attempt at humor.
I wasn't so sure, but I was still considering it. Nonetheless, I have a sizable sum up in my bedroom. I can foot this bill.
We still need to find the stone. Medley, maybe you should tell it to give it to you.
Walk back into the kitchen. Take... Where... can't ask it questions because it doesn't speak.
There is a
Nimblewright,
simple way
you are
around it.
allowed to leave the kitchen. Take me to the Stone of Galore.
It looks up and pauses and just stares at you.
I do not believe it knows where the stone is.
Make me a perception check.
It's been inside us all along. 6.
You don't see anything.
Nope.
It's a nimble, right?
Telescopic lens eyes, go. Could I study this Nimblewright for a bit to use my 22 passive perception to see if I notice something about it?
Sure.
Just give it that, like,
No, you're actively searching, so give me a perception.
Dang it. Not good.
12's enough. You notice there's rolled up paper tucked under its cloak.
Oh, hey, and she'll just... Do you mind? And she'll reach in and pluck the paper out.
Do you mind?
Ah, my...
Pulling it out. You don't mind, right? No.
When you open it, or unfurl it, it appears to be a... it appears to be a map.
Oh, hey.
It was answering our question all along, just without a mouth.
But this map depicts one of Waterdeep's wards. On the map, it has an X written on it, and next to that X is a name. And it just says Castellanter.
It just says, what?
Castellanter. History check. Searching database. Castellanter.
Castellanter is the name of a noble family in Waterdeep. They were previously destitute, or nearly went destitute, before making a comeback, but beyond that, you don't know much.
I recite all of that in Shay's voice. Because Shay is the database.
I'm in your head.
Oh no, a third voice.
I'm not really from this area, so I don't know much about the nobles of Waterdeep. Now, if we were in Baldur's Gate, I would know all of the things.
Yes, I am of the same mind, unfortunately.
Wait, Eleanor, you're from here.
I'm not from here. I've just been living here for a bit.
Oh. Well, then you're
I know
useless.
where the Castellanters live.
Wow, thanks.
Well, I mean, in this matter.
Anyhow, if you'll excuse me real quick, we've been in a fucking church all morning. I need to go and get a drink. I'll be back in a moment.
No. You need to go get this arm made.
She's already at the door going to the spirit tap for a traveler.
I throw the arm.
Nim,
If I had it, I would throw it at him.
Nim, continue your work in the kitchen. Previous orders reinstituted.
It goes back to working.
Do we have to pay Johnny Five?
I would assume not, since it seems to only want to do things.
It is a construct. It is not a sentient being like you nor I.
Medley,
Yes.
you're a construct.
Technically not a construct.
Or forged have sentience, though.
There is a soul somewhere deep inside of me, much like your own. I consumed it.
Wait, what of mine did you consume?
Nothing.
It had better not have been my drugs.
I took a lot of drugs and gained sentience.
They saw colors, numbers, and then the truth.
I mean,
At this point, Elizabeth was back in holding two pints that
look,
she
that's
probably
how,
wasn't meant to take, but she took them anyway.
that's how Rose gave a bunch of sentience to a whole bunch of plants.
Look, there was an accident for that. We poured a
It's
drink
fine
on,
design.
suddenly the plants are like getting angry, and
Right. So where did you say the X was?
When you look at the map, the X is in the City of the Dead.
Man, we have spent a lot of time in that dead city.
It's true. We should start paying rent. No, they should start paying us.
I agree.
No, sorry, Lime. What were you saying as I walked out?
You're supposed to get a replica of this arm
Right.
so we can swindle the Church of God for money.
That sounds right up my alley. I'll go and see if I can't convince him.
it's for a good cause. And we get to go to the City of the Dead again, so, we can probably beat up more corpses.
When?
Did you guys snap the arm off, or?
Yes, we
Threw the arm
He
at
gave
you
it
as
to
you
us.
were trying to leave.
Elizabeth grabs the arm and just wanders off because, you all know she's the face of the party. She has amazing charisma.
Listen, you don't need to be charismatic to take your pants off. Sometimes.
Remember the last time I did that? Rolled like a 6. I didn't get a call back.
That's
Look,
fair. You gotta act like you enjoy it.
Good advice.
While
Oh, let me
Um,
slip this in real quick. I slap Elizabeth on the rump and give him inspiration. There you go.
while Elizabeth is out getting the arm replicated, I would like to work on my purple freedom
Okay.
a little bit more.
So I'll get to getting the arm done first. So you go to. Alright, so you go and you visit. You go visit Tally in the vent now. It's starting to push into the evening at this point, because you had to make a trek back to your home. But when you get there, you see that he's in the process of closing things down. But he sees you and pauses. He's like, "Oh, can I help you?"
Yes. I've got a bit of a weird request. And I see you're closing, so I won't expect anything amazing to happen tonight, at least. But I've got this strange thing here, she'll say as she, kind of pulls it out from under her shirt. Not wanting to just carry a fucking severed construct arm out in the street.
The arm does a thumbs up.
Is there any chance you could replicate it?
He reaches out and takes the arm and just kind of looks it over and he goes, I feel it's really fine craftsmanship. Where did this come from?
We may have borrowed it. Sorry, I cannot speak today. Borrowed it from the folks out on the party barge in the harbour.
What do you want an arm like this for anyway?
That is to say, we damaged the other one and we're trying to get a replacement.
It came from the party barge.
It's a sex thing.
Yes, I'll spare you the details, but it is a very intimate story.
Make me a deception check.
Make sure to do the eyebrow wiggle for advantage.
Shit, I can't really do that.
Remember, you have a
He goes, right, yes, I didn't need the details. I can do this for you for, give me a couple days and 40 gold.
You know, the attendants at the hospital are all rather friendly individuals despite our crude demeanour. Any chance we could perhaps lower that cost?
You just hear in your mind echoing, eyebrow wiggle, eyebrow wiggle.
I hear the little one is into some really fun things.
I mean,
You ever want to go on a wild ride, just go look for the little one.
he just gives arches one eyebrow and he's like, how do you mean?
She does extraordinary things with her mouth.
Well, again, I'll spare you the details, but it'll be well worth the discount.
Is this payback for what I did to you?
Yes, I was trying to haul you out like 2 sessions ago, but I missed my opportunity massively.
And now you're paying for it in spades. Elizabeth's gonna come back and you've been contractually obligated, Lime. You gotta go there for a week.
She's even got a few items and supplements, if you will, to make everything feel better.
I don't think I'm in any terrible need of enhancements.
Oh, of course
But
not.
how... Make a persuasion check.
Don't forget your inspiration. Big money. No whammies.
Shit!
Oh
It's a 10.
Hell, even waive the discount. Just keep us in mind.
Appreciate the offer, but I think I'd be alright with 40 gold. You know they do that kind of thing over in the Spirit Tap? Maybe I'll see her there.
Oh, you will, she says, sighing as her chance at revenge has just fucking crumbled.
Hey, you never know.
Yes. Anyhow, come on by the hospital when you've completed that. I'm sure there'll be a generous tip in for you.
Alright.
There's the eyebrow wiggle. I love it.
Or rather, a tip for one of us, perhaps.
Yeah.
Right, I can have this done. I'll have it to you in a couple days. But he does wait for payment.
Yeah, I'll take out 40 gold and hand it over.
He will accept. Alright, I will have this to you shortly.
Thank you kindly. Naturally, on my way back, I go back by the Spirit Tap and get 2 more travelers.
Okay.
I don't know what they cost, I'm just taking 2 silver off each time.
No, that's fine. If you're just getting basic drinks.
Yep.
Unless you want to get some ecto cooler. That's the top shelf stuff.
Quantity over quality.
Alright.
That's why I'm drinking Vic.
Vic's vapor rub.
I'm out.
Alrighty. So you have that process going through. Lime, give me a alchemist check with your intelligence.
Yep. 25. Oh, what I roll? I had to have rolled really good.
Yep. You spend
Natural 19.
Yeah. You spend the rest of the evening working on this formula. You go through a couple more trial and error before you think you've got it. Now roll me a d6.
Two.
Yep.
Fuck me.
Out of the six you've made, you one managed to come up with a formula, so now you know how to make it. And
Okay.
And you have two prime sets, 2 prime doses.
So I have purple, freedom, prime. How are my shrooms looking? Like, do they look like they're ready to harvest? Maybe I should get Eleanor to help me. Hey, Eleanor! I need your help with these shrooms!
Sure thing.
Alright. You want to harvest them?
I want to, like, gauge their gestation period.
Nature check.
Yeah, like, are they, do you think these are, like, ready to harvest, or will be soon, or you know more about shrooms than I do? You said nature?
Yep.
Oh, sick. Not so good.
Well, I'm gonna let you know a little secret. I am the worst druid ever.
Let's see what you got.
What do you mean?
0 to nature. But it's still
See, that's what,
Japan.
that is what is the worst about druid, is that you think that they would know things about nature and they don't.
But it's all intelligence based and they're wisdom based.
It's the
Same
same,
as
it's the
fucking
same thing
clerics
with
and paladins
yeah.
and religion.
Yep.
Um,
10.
Alright.
You know what? I should have just looked at them to see if they look like they're ready to be harvested.
Some of them look like they are, some of them don't.
I'm just gonna leave them then.
Alright.
Because I used all of the fumes of the products.
Anything anybody else wants to do this evening?
I'm gonna go to the Spirit Tap and make some money.
Okay. Performance check.
I am going, when I have,
16.
when I'm done, I too want to go to the Spirit Tap. It's probably going to be later.
Okay. Do you get the bonus?
Oh, no.
Minimum
No, I don't.
performance?
It's 12.
Okay. Roll me 3d10.
Oh, 22.
You make 10 gold, 10 and 12 silver.
10 gold, 12 silver.
10 gold, 12 silver.
Geek.
And mine, you head over to the Spirit Tap as well.
Yeah, I'm looking for the guy on the boat.
Zardan
I don't
Zord?
remember his name.
Zardan Zord.
Yeah, Zordon.
Zordon. Yep.
Close enough.
You see the same man. He's actually at like closer to the counter, flirting with Nimue.
I jump up on the table and just kind of like sit there. Like, you know how cats kind of perch with their front paws between their back?
Yep.
And kind of cock my head to the side and use my silent speech. So, I have another prototype. Do you want to talk shop?
He glances over and you see a small grin like crack on in the corner of his lips, and he goes, "Ah, well, if it isn't my friend, certainly. I'm sorry, Nimue, I have a bit of business." And she just gives a knowing look and says, "Of course." Turns
I
and
blow
leaves.
her a big kiss.
She winks. But she walks off, and Zardan kind of like spins around on his stool and says, "Well, what do you have for me?"
So what I did was like the main. So I had the two like main things. So I kind of like divided that up to little samples, and I will give him one.
He takes it. Kind of like pops it, gives it a little taste.
You should
smells
be
it.
in purple heaven.
I look forward to testing this out. Puts the cork back on. And you think you can have a steady supply?
I can. I have perfected the formula.
Wonderful. Alright, so let's say as your distributor 50-50.
How about 75-25? And you've got to pay me up front for what you get to distribute.
60-40.
I get the 60, you get the 40.
Well, yes, you're the creator, aren't you?
That sounds good enough to me.
He grins and holds out a hand.
Up. I hold out my hand and then go, up. Wait just a second. And I scurry off to Nimue.
Is there something you need, Miss Cholera?
I will pay you 50 gold to make sure I get the best deal I can get for my purple freedom from that guy over there.
At that moment, Rose, the fighter that you saw before, she like walks through just in time to hear that. She makes an Excalibur face, steps backwards, and closes the door. Nimue smiles and says, "What makes you think I'm not already involved?
Are you?
Would you like to know?"
Yeah.
Do you?
Of course, I wouldn't have asked.
top floor?
I know what's on the top floor, so the answer, of course, is yes.
Calendria and
I have no idea what's on the top floor.
You
I'll
see
learn today.
yeah, you see Calendria kind of like poke her head around and she says, I think we have a couple customers. Zardon, would you and your companion like to join? And he's like already standing up and he's like, of course.
Have fun.
What did I just get myself into?
Poor Rose. Rose is like,
Oh.
I'm gonna be out of town.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know that Calendria owns the top floor for a reason.
You get to the top floor.
I don't know those references, guys.
No, that's why it's
That's why it's
hilarious.
fantastic. But Calendria is the very tall ASMR in the dominatrix outfit that comes down. She guides the three of you up to the top floor and opens the door, in which you find definitely not a sex dungeon. It is totally a sex dungeon. But you have a fantastic evening.
Do I get a good deal out of this guy at least?
Let me roll. Yes, he's willing to bump it down to 65-35. Or I'm sorry, my mistake. He's willing to bump it to 65-35.
Alright, I am going to charge him $850 up front for 10 by the end of the week.
For what? Oh, for 10.
Yeah, I will have 10 by the end of the week, and it will cost him 850 gold.
That's a fucking expensive drug.
I mean, drugs are expensive, yo.
I mean, these shrooms are
Wait,
from the
I know.
Underdark, man. And it's only 850 because I want my 50 gold back from what I paid for.
He's gonna decline getting paid up front. Or paying up front.
Well, if he can't pay for the drugs, he can't get the drugs.
Yeah, man. Never tick.
Well. You're welcome to find another shipper if you care to.
That I can do. He's actually in town. So, good luck. Had a fun night. Maybe we can do it again sometime.
Of course.
I will be better prepared next time. Because I have something that would make that experience so much better. Bow chicka wow wow.
He doesn't seem worried.
Because Lime did not have her drug that she used on Elizabeth with her.
Which one?
The one that I used on Elizabeth.
Ah.
Basically the KY jelly that's not really KY jelly.
The performance
Gotcha.
enhancer.
Yes.
Speaking of, I made a fucking secret wisdom roll. Or rather, wisdom save. Way fucking, like half an hour ago. And did really fucking poorly on it, so... In the dead of night, Elizabeth would probably creep down to the basement to, see how those drugs are coming along.
Hey, you know where Medley sleeps? Quote unquote.
Huh.
Make me a
Well, I'm
stealth
is that, is she?
check. Stealth check
Find
versus
out.
perception.
Hold on. I'm also stealth because I do things when Lime isn't there. Okay, 7.
You're hiding with a lampshade over your head.
Yeah, actually, that's probably accurate. It's like, look at me, I am a humanoid.
Doing human things.
I don't see you coming. Damn.
Yeah, she probably walks in, sees that Lime's not there, looks around. Huh. Hey Medley, I don't suppose you know where Lime is?
Off having sex, most likely.
Ah, damn it, that's what I wanted to do. Ah, fuck, never mind. Good night.
Hold on. I am a perfectly functioning humanoid capable of doing humanoid things. Look at my fleshy bits. Still wearing the lampshade.
I don't suppose you happen to know where the little one keeps her stash?
Unfortunately, I do not. But if you will hold
Good
still,
enough.
I
We'll
would
see
like
what
to
you can
test
do.
some modifications to Nim's secret. And you just hear the ripcord and then...
It does vibrate constantly because you have a nimble right in the building.
It's true.
Good enough.
That is rude.
I mean, no drugs. Good enough on, like, one aspect.
Listen, the umbrella unfurls at least more than once.
So yeah, Lime probably returns in the wee hours of the morning to not having a bed.
She usually doesn't sleep in it anyways.
It's true. There is still approximately 4 hours of fuel within Nim's secret.
It doesn't use fuel.
Shh, she doesn't need to know that.
Okay. But yes, unfortunately, Sardon's Ord is not willing to pay $8.50 for a single dose of.
No, it'll be 10 by the end of the week. He doesn't have to pay until he gets his 10.
Oh, you have to give it to him first.
Well, yeah, but that's the deal. I will give him 10 for 850 gold.
Well, it's
He will
like
tell you-
85.
And then he can sell it as he will.
Yeah, he will tell you that if it turns out to be he's gonna test it out first. Not there. He's gonna do some experiments of his own on the product you gave him, but he would agree to that. He's not paying you right now.
No, not right now. But that's the opening deal. He pays me $8.50. He gets the 10. He can sell it for whatever he wants. And then the $8.50 will be subtracted from the 60/40 whatever. We'll deal with that off.
Okay.
Do I have to roll a performance check to see if I rocked his world?
Yes. Roll me a performance check.
Oh no, my charisma sucks.
And make a
5.
Constitution save.
I'm definitely gonna be exhausted.
Yeah, you are
Confident.
exhausted by the time you get out in the wee hours of the morning. You get to try out any number of tied up positions. You get to tie up Zordon's Ord.
Lime did all of the things. She is an adrenaline junkie.
Yes, it is constant BDSM night for you. And Nimue will tell you that this is the only one that's free.
How much will the next one be?
Depends on what you're after.
Exactly what happened tonight, but bump it up by I don't know, 5?
Any further, you get the family discount.
Or you pay more gold.
They know all your depraved secrets, so yes, you pay more gold.
Fine. Keep your secrets then.
This times 5. Calendria,
Yeah,
can
like,
you do that?
turn the intensity up to 5.
Yeah, she looks to Calendria and says, Calendria, can you do that? Mm-hmm.
I'll be back.
All night. I put it at 200. Have a good day. When you start to leave, like in the morning, you see the fighter Rose walk in, sees you start to leave, she just turns around.
Hi, married to a dragon person lady.
Hello, Lime.
Thank you for letting us borrow your boyfriend, husband, sugar daddy.
You're welcome. I trust you had a good evening.
Yeah, I mean, it was alright. Could have been better. I can take a little more.
Yes, no. I don't need any details whatsoever, please. Well, it's nice seeing you.
It was great seeing you. And I am exhausted and very high. I will see you in like 3 days.
Why 3 days?
I'm gonna pass out after this high is over.
Okay. Well, I'm going to the kitchen. Have a good day.
Do you want to see me before the 3 days?
No, thank you.
I'm just slowly backing into the hospital, enjoying this interaction way too much.
Yeah, she looks like she's trying to wipe something from her mind. But she backs.
I will use my silent speech. It'll never go away.
You hear? Oh, bye, Bahamut.
Sudden vomiting noises.
Yeah. So you return to the hospital. Where do you go? Where do you all go? What do you all do?
Medley hasn't let her out of the basement yet.
Hasn't let her.
If they're still going at it when I get there, I'm just gonna
Just gonna what?
watch.
Okay.
I can go into low power mode and keep going. Ha.
I guess I'll make one of those con saves too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should.
Fuck!
You are also exhausted.
Well, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. When Lime gets there, fucking Elizabeth is gonna drag her into the action.
Lime is looking through her hidden stash of gold under like some of the shrooms in the soil and setting aside 200 of it that she had planned on putting.
All right.
She's like, nope. This is your problem. It's your bed to lie in, literally.
It smells like something's
Jack.
burning from the kitchen. By the way.
Well, that's someone else's problem. I'm
Probably
locked in the
check on
basement
that.
for the time being.
Yeah.
Someone else's problem.
Eleanor!
I mean, I'm not complaining, but yeah, I'm currently locked in the basement.
It's like that quiet thing, and then you just hear thump, 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 thump. She smells it, starts like running, and
You get to the kitchen and you see that there is just platters of food everywhere as the Nimblewright has been cooking all night,
That's gonna get expensive.
and much of the food is burnt. but
Oh,
it keeps moving back and
no.
forth with one hand. It looks up and then offers a platter to you.
Oh, thank you. And she'll take it kind of says, all right, you can stop cooking for now. Just make sure that things aren't burning anymore, please.
It turns around, turns the stove off, and then walks out to start looking for the beds.
And she'll take that moment to go, and then follow after. I'm just here to supervise.
It will. It goes through each of the rooms, but with one arm, just like lifts the blankets up and then tries to put it back down. It's not doing a great job with one arm.
Yeah, she'll help him start making beds.
That's why he
Okay.
only has one hand.
And it starts to go down in the basement to make the bed down there. It pauses and pushes you guys off before doing the same thing with that sheet.
I take her to the floor. It's fine.
Good morning.
Hello. I am operating at peak efficiency.
Are you though?
Yes.
Are you able to rest while banging?
I go into low power mode, literally. I stay aware of everything.
Yeah, just crank the nimble rod and fucking full power, then take a nap.
Yep.
Do you consider that one activity?
Yes.
Okay.
Thus low power mode.
Alrighty. What would y'all like to do?
Lime is sleeping
Take a nap.
on a pile of money
Mhm.
in her garden of shrooms.
Yeah, I'm pretty good for the day.
Hey, was anybody supposed to meet anybody today?
I don't think so.
Were we supposed to meet the doppelgangers tonight or tomorrow?
Shit, I don't remember.
Roll me a 1d2.
Ren and Shay just got really quiet for me. Did that happen to anyone? No, you're
So-
good now.
No, I think they were just talking quiet.
Yeah. I know Eleanor wants to have a message sent to the Emerald Enclave.
Alright. How do you send this message?
Good question, because she doesn't have an animal she can send there. So I guess she'll have to find a way to contact them without just going all the way down there.
You don't have animal messenger?
No.
Worst druid ever.
Don't you have level?
I was supposed to be a caster druid, not an I hug bears druid.
Do you
Yeah,
have
he's already
level?
said that once this session.
Do you
the
have
meeting is
level
today.
2 spells?
Yes.
You can prepare animal messenger for today as a druid.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
I could actually use
Just
my
saying.
spell casting.
I know that some people who play druids don't realize that you can change your spells daily. Just
Question: did I get a really shit long rest, or did I just not get a long rest? Because
I
like to
didn't
change
get a long
spell.
rest.
You didn't get a
You did not get a long rest.
Okay, I'll
If
fucking
I
take
got a
standard
level of
truth then.
exhaustion, you got a level of exhaustion.
Everyone gets a level of exhaustion.
Except the sex bot.
Except the sex bot.
Well, the sex bot just went into low power mode and stood there with the vibrating thing in its hand for 4 hours.
I locked
Yeah.
grip and powered down.
Elizabeth didn't
Like, I'm
notice.
stuck!
Having too much fun.
Couldn't you,
Okay.
stop hugging me?
Nope.
So then I will use my now prepared animal messenger spell.
Because little did they know, Line has harness or straps on their bed. They will put to good use.
So many harnesses hanging from the ceiling. Why does she need so
It's
many?
like a
of them?
Final Fantasy character. Straps everywhere.
To be fair, it's probably not even an actual bed. It's probably a patient's bed that we just happened to move into the basement. One that has like the rails at the side fit with strapping.
No, legit, Lime's bed probably isn't even that nice. It's probably a pile of hay with some blankets on it.
And straps.
And shackles to the wall.
I need to
Like-
scratch my nose. I'm so sore. Alright.
Not again.
I rolled for when your meeting was. It is today.
Okay.
Because I didn't remember either. Also, what do you say for your... What kind of animal do you send, and what do you say?
We'll send a raven for stereotypical animal messenger in these times. And it'll essentially be, question, why am I supposed to be running doppelgangers out of town? I haven't met an unfriendly one yet.
Alright. You send the raven off.
She sends it as early as she can so that hopefully she'll get a response back by the time this meeting comes so she can be more prepared.
Yeah. A squirrel kind of crawls up a little bit later, goes through the window and up your leg, perches on your shoulder, and says, doppelgangers have a tendency of being deceivers, and their unnatural presence often facilitates trouble as they can integrate themselves within high society and start manipulating the balance of the city. And the squirrel goes, chirp, chirp, chirp. Rots off.
Give the squirrel a little friendly pat and I don't get it. I think druids were supposed to be weird Waterdeep cops, but okay.
We are past our break time. If you guys want to take a moment for that, since Dido and Shane already stepped away.
Yeah, we can do that.
Alrighty. Well, we will start our late break. So 5 minutes, everybody. Get up, stretch, shake, go eat, and we will be back shortly.
It's true, I'm quite hungry.
Food.
Oh. Well, then I'm gonna refill then.
Sorry about that. Had to get more refreshing beverages.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, all of those guys are away. I had my first fucking Hades win like a week and a half ago. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Rocking the bow. Then immediately after, I got a fucking win with my second worst weapon, the shield.
Nice.
Then my next run after that, I got a win with the fucking spear. So
Hey.
yeah, I'm on a roll.
Yeah. I actually got it with the gun almost like I had used my last Death Defiance. I think I'd won with like 80 health left total.
My run with the spear was not looking pretty. Fucking, I was like, my heart was fucking pounding to make sure I got into cover when those fucking damaging beams came out. But yeah,
I
fucking
was the
punched it
idiot
with
that didn't
fuck
know
all
what
like big.
I was the idiot that didn't know what the fuck you were supposed to do there. So like that happens, and I'm just like shooting him. Like, why? I'm trying to run in between the beams. I'm like, oh, I could have just ducked behind this like rock.
That deals 20 damage. I think it's 40 damage a second or 20 every half second or something nuts. But god damn, does it punish you your first time?
Oh yeah, and then I find the secret. You play with the twin fists. You use Dionysus, and you just beat the shit out of him because that little middle ring is the safe zone. So you can just keep punching him, and you won't get hit with the lasers.
Really? Okay, I would have thought differently. I've
Yeah,
never
that's
been that close to him.
because I saw it and I'm like, well, that's just pure death right there. And then I was watching someone because I'm like, I can't get anywhere close with the spear or the fist when it's beating the game. And they're like, well, do this with Dionysus with the fists, and if you're using the spear, use Athena because you have a lot of fast. And make sure you get the long range upgrade for both the fists and that. So like that way you can keep things at a distance. You can go for Athena for the fists too, because at that point nothing can hit you because you will punch every projectile away. And they're like, yeah, if you get Dionysus in the fist, just dash it right into Hades when he starts doing his laser and just wail on him because you're perfectly safe in that little zone around him.
And one combo stacks your hangover to fucking max anyway. So I can't say I've had a good time with the fists. I've only used it once, and I reckon it's my worst weapon out of the bunch. But I'll have to give it more time, especially having unlocked all the aspects as well. Having access to the aspects rather.
Yeah, because that one was my worst, and then spear, then shield, sword, bow gun.
I don't mind the spear, but the DPS is a bit low. The bow is my favorite.
Oh, you want the best and easiest win with the spear, get Artemis and get your crit, and then look for the Daedalus upgrade where you can't do the charge move anymore, but you just hold the attack button down and you're constantly stabbed with the spear, and you just crit everything to death.
The spear spin is really shit, so if you can get that, then you're fucking laughing.
Oh, I love it because it's Hades with the weapons. Like the spear, it's normally just like a jab, 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 and then if you hold it, he does this thing where he'll charge up and then do a big circle. So the best upgrade for the spear is where you can just jab infinitely, but you can't use the charge anymore because then you just hold the button and he'll just and just stab everything really quickly.
Add that with triple spear and fucking hangover, and you're fucking mental.
Okay. Sorry, that wig was starting to hurt.
Oh, that's always the worst.
Although the most fun I've had, like not the easiest, but the most fun is you get the gun, you get the Delta Chamber where it's like a triple burst, but you never have to reload, and then you get Athena
I went for that one.
And then you get the Athena boon for the your attacks do damage and deflect, and then you just laugh because it's like, oh no, I'm being shot from beside. You just spin in a circle like and just reflect everything back at everybody. Like the Hydra fight becomes hilarious because you can move up to where you can just hit him, but he can't come out and hit you when he does this little slam, and you just shoot him and don't stop till he dies.
Having any source of fucking deflect against the Hydra is so fucking laughable. Pink Hydra specifically. You're gonna cast your waves at me? Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking dash into them and knock about 15 of them back at you for a dickload of damage.
take this damage back. The only thing that's more fun is getting the Poseidon boon or the Poseidon call where you like surf around And then you get the boon upgrade where anything that would normally knock back bosses because they don't get knocked back, you do like a shit ton of extra damage to them. So I beat Hades just on that because I had the full call and I just surfed into him and it was hitting him for like 1500 and I would just swing back and forth hitting him until he died. Just
I
hang
like it.
10,
I like it a
Dad.
lot.
Bam, bam, bam.
Shane, I'm kind of curious. Were you trying to pimp Lime out to get back at her? Or because you actually enjoyed it?
A bit of both.
Because after you said that you went down, like, looking for her or the drugs she used...
Well,
I was
my
like-
theory on that was like, it was revenge at the when she was making the suggestion, and then she got back and she's like, all this talk of sex, I wouldn't mind a few more of those drugs. I'm gonna go see if Lime's awake.
Because I was completely okay with the revenge. But then
Well, it still
Ven got
might
to have
happen
sex
when
with
they
you,
deliver the
so
arm.
now I'm kind of jelly. I put in the Swindler's Den chat that my monk set off a sex montage, and I got a couple of proud of yous and hashtag so proud.
Proud of you.
You did it.
Porsche.
Man, before you even went into that massive sex encounter, I'd already made the wisdom save at that point. I was gonna do that regardless, then it's like, oh man, I'm just gonna be jumping on the fucking bandwagon now.
Oh no.
And Las Vegas. Which one is which?
So you know what's funny? The foundation I'm using on my face is like 3 shades lighter than what it should be, yet it matches my chest. Like, they look the same color. That's bad.
I mean, to be fair, I'd probably have the same problem.
So when this is gone, I went through like one of those big bottles of wine. Once all of this is gone.
Are you mixing it with anything, or just
Not
hammering
at the
wine?
moment.
Nice.
It's just the wine at the moment.
Well, do you remember the last time someone drank 2 bottles of fucking pop?
What, you?
Yes, that's when I exploded at the party.
Oh my god, that's when you exploded. I cannot explode the party. Actually, I think I do have Alchemist Fire
I mean,
on my person.
a nat 1 on an alchemy check when making some drugs, and bam!
Yeah, but I can't roll a nat 1. I can't roll a nat 1 on a
yeah, you
d20.
fucking
I'm
lucky
a
bastard.
halfling.
You can roll 2 nat ones,
Actually,
and then you have to
yeah,
I
accept the
can't
second
roll
one.
nat 1.
And unfortunately, this game makes you know it can totally happen.
It's statistically unlikely, but it can happen. But yeah, after that I decided to keep my fridge stocked with beer, rather than drinking any old shit fucking $6 passion pop I could find. That is
Honestly,
not knocking passion pop, because I fucking
I
love
haven't-
passion pop.
I haven't had daily drinkers in my house. Like, I've had hard liquor, but that's like special occasion drinking. For like 3 weeks. Since my husband's dad passed away, we haven't really had like any like alcohol that I'll drink during a session, which is like beer, wine. Until today, because we finally went to the store and I picked some up. Because I was like, I can't go another D&D session without drinking. Like, I can't. So now I've almost been through, like, one of those big bottles of wine. I'll show you. Hold on.
Red or white?
Look, as Curse of Strahd ended, whomst amongst us so far hasn't blown up everybody around them? You know, it's just the perks of the... Look, at some point, Braden would have absolutely accidentally blown up at least 3 people in Forest if he had been allowed to keep using his explosive arrows.
You mean that 20d6 holy hand?
Shane is not allowed to be near any kind of explosive with this party. None. No flour.
We'll play Descent. I will play a crazed alchemist bombardier, and I will just... And Shane will always... Shane's character be like, hey, could I have a bomb? Sure!
Hey, I'm trained in athletics. Let me throw it.
Only bad thing about my lights is that it wants to focus on my lights and not my freaking...
You heard about my holy hand grenade, right, Dido?
Maybe?
Me with taking 2 feats that buffed my health a shit ton was the only one to survive that explosion. It killed Strahd. That's
Oh yes, I did hear about that. That was after Shane blew us up.
Yeah,
Fucking
I killed the
so
party.
mad.
like the only one that didn't die from it was me, and that was with my 121 health orc, a half orc fighter, and I was down to like 12 HP. And Kay's warlock, because she was out of the blast radius, who immediately got stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
And don't forget, even if you did die, you'd still end up on 1 HP
Wait.
because half orc.
Wait,
So you were destined to live through that.
Was it Shay that set off the holy hand grenade?
Yeah, she was the artificer that created a holy hand grenade. And Strahd tried to go into mist form to get out, but the explosive damage hit so hard he just instantly died.
So I had an idea for... We're gonna face a hag in my Monday night game. And we kind of failed the first time. Because we weren't prepared. We thought we were doing something else and someone got pissed off and just ran off. Anyways, I made a backup character, finally. Because this whole session, I had never made a backup character, because I don't invest in backup characters unless I know it's, like, a good probability. Because I go in depth with my characters. Like, Valkyrin had an in-depth backstory, why she was evil, why she was in hell, what she wanted out of it, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I made a changeling, not a changeling, a shifter, a tiger shifter, to connect back to lore drop that we missed at the beginning of the campaign. And the DM was like, you know, that's 2 animal-like characters in a row. Because I play a very bear aesthetic druid.
Well.
Who is currently an alligator.
Currently an alligator. Oh, that's what the alligator was you. I thought that was like the hag's pet.
So the hag can turn into an alligator, but the DM let me know before the session that I could... Technically, I'm not supposed to be able to wild shape into anything with swim speed yet.
Gotcha.
But he was like, because I felt bad that the last session you were just running around and couldn't do anything, if it's a character level half or lower with the swim speed, you can do it.
Gotcha.
Because I'm Circle of the Moon, and those druids tend to have better wild shape. I wasn't gonna do that, and then one of the people, well, the main person that we were trying to save was way the fuck away from everybody else. And it would have taken me 3 turns to get to her normally, so I was like, alligator, nom. Yeah.
Alright. Well, are we ready to get back to it?
I'm ready.
The ghost of Rin is here.
He is currently busy, but we are able to return.
Okay.
So, 2 of you are exhausted. You do have a meeting today. Exchanged a couple of animal phone calls. Animal communication. Communication via critter.
I tweeted at them.
Yeah. You absolutely did.
I mean, you sent a bird to them.
Let's slide into their DMs.
And they chirped back. So, hey, what do y'all want to do?
I'm going to sleep into the meeting. Until the meeting.
I'm gonna do one of them fantastic things where I go to the bar, sit at the bar, and like have a beer sitting in front of me, but just sleep till the meeting.
Just a nice, relaxing day.
Okay, so.
And when I say bar, I mean Spirit Tap.
Oh, at the Spirit Tap. Not at the Yawning Portal.
Actually, if the meeting is at the Yawning Portal, then I'll probably sleep there. Otherwise, Spirit Tap, and then I assume people will come and get me.
Do you rent a room, or do you just...
Fuck no, I sleep on the bar.
Okay.
I'm a mate of Dern, and he knows to just give me a poke and refresh my beverage every now and then.
Yeah,
and
it's not.
When I get too drunk, he just gives me a glass of water.
Yeah, it's more that this is an adventurer's bar, and occasionally monsters come up. Roll me a percentage die.
This will be funny. This is gonna be funny.
Yeah, it is. Alright. Let's see. You rolled a 96, correct?
Sure did.
Alright. That's just a handout, not the actual creature. I want the actual creature. Here we go. Alright, so you're resting at the bar. It is loud. You're used to sleeping through that kind of thing. But this being the Yawning Portal and an adventurer's tavern, there are sometimes unsavory things that work their way out. As you're resting through the noise, you start to hear shouts of excitement and screams. And then words in a language. Do you understand deep speech?
don't believe. Undercommon?
Nope.
Shit, no. Yeah, just common, elvish, and undercommon.
Yep. You start hearing words in a language alien to you, and then several bright rays just beam across the tavern. Roll me a 1d4.
Ah, shit.
Ooh. Make me a Constitution save. Hey, you just made it. All right, let me make sure this isn't on Whisper because I know it is gonna be. Whisper rolls. Now, does it roll? It does not roll. You take 4 necrotic damage as you are struck in the back while sleeping.
Elizabeth gets up, turns around. Oi, cunt! Assuming it's just someone punching her in the back, and pulls out her mace.
You see something similar to what you've seen before, except bigger. And now I can give you the handout. Please.
You hear in the back of your head, you better collect what you killed.
It likes to watch.
It is bigger.
Seeing
and smaller.
that it's not just someone hazing her or fucking annoying her while she's sleeping, she's gonna start casting guiding bolts every action until it's dead.
Sure, make an attack with Guiding Bolt.
It's like, okay, first off, you're being a dick.
Okay, never mind, I don't have guiding bolt. Ah, fuck. How far is this thing away?
It is floating just above the well.
Okay, plan B. Dernan and I have had this happen a couple of times.
Dernan's up there with
And
a
he-
big ass sword.
Good, no one's watching the bar. Elizabeth, plants her fucking hand on the bar and just fucking throws herself over it and takes cover.
Okay.
Grabbing bottles as she
And
goes.
I'll make an acrobatics if I need to, otherwise just hide.
You're just gonna dive and hide? Okay.
Yep.
So you hear a scuffle go by. You hear Dernan shout a little bit before a cheer goes up, and you hear something just. No, you don't hear anything. You don't hear any collapse of anything, but there is some blood sprayed around the well where it came up, and after a moment, Dernan slips back around the counter and sets a bloodied sword back up onto its display rack. And he looks over.
In the act of jumping over the bar, she probably grabbed her beer and is lying there, sipping at it. Ah, oh, Dernan, thank God you're here. It got me. Glug, glug.
Yep.
I'll go back to my seat now.
Okay.
I don't suppose you know the rough time.
What?
Time of day.
Two.
Okay, how long is that? How many hours do I have to sit here before my meeting?
Make a perception check.
Seven with disadvantage because of exhaustion. 1.
Oh, right. Yeah. You don't. Yeah, don't worry about it. It was gonna be in the afternoon.
Okay, I don't see anyone here. Fucking sip a beer, back to bed. Or back to bar.
Okay. Everybody else, you're not going to get a complete rest. You're not going to get a full rest in before your meeting. But you can complete it afterwards.
Can I get a short rest?
You do get a short rest.
That's all I needed.
Alright.
Get that key point back.
You still have the exhaustion, but yeah, you can get that back.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, after a moment, you all make your way there. Elizabeth, there's a tap on your shoulder while you're at the bar. You look up and you
I
see,
lick her leg.
Huh?
I said I lick her leg.
Okay.
Because I can't lick her face like a dog because she's too tall.
That's fair.
You can climb up bars. We've seen you do
Meh.
it before. Okay, this is a little bit more concerning. Elizabeth actually, like, wakes up. Hey. What's going on?
Your leg.
Where's Bonnie? She should be here. You should be awake. Why are you asleep? Why are you at the yawning portal already? Why weren't you at home? You were just doing it on my bed. What are you doing here?
Speechless.
Okay. Question 1. What was it? Repeat it to me, please.
What are you doing here? Why are you at the yawning portal? Why aren't you at the spirit temple?
I said question 1. What am I doing here? I am
All of this.
getting a
question
little
one.
nap before our meeting. Question 2. Proceed.
Now this is too slow. I don't remember question 2. But have you seen Bonnie?
Who the fuck is Bonnie?
Do you
She looks
get-
around and realizes that Bonnie is actually one of the bar staff here. Wait! No, Dernan's been serving me all day.
I suppose I can leave then.
Is she right there?
It's right there.
Oh,
She turns and makes her way over to a. Or no, she actually looks to Dernan and says, "I'm going to take my break now, if that's all right." And he just goes, "Yep." And she sets a tray down and turns and she starts walking up the stairs.
sorry, Bonnie. Post-sleep jitters. I'm not in my. You're gone. Fucking grabs a beer again.
I'll follow Bonnie since, I know we're there to meet her.
Seeing that Lime seems to know what she's doing, Elizabeth will follow her.
Okay.
Lime is giving Elizabeth eyes like, you're such an idiot. Like, rolling her eyes like a petulant child.
You see.
Elizabeth probably doesn't pay attention.
You do see Bonnie at the top of the stairs, and she stopped at a door, but she waits a moment before entering.
Are these our friends? Question mark? I say in silent speech, just to her.
Oh, to her?
Uh-huh.
Okay. She can't reply.
I mean, she can reply out loud or nod her head yes or no.
She entered a room.
Oh. Then I will go in, I guess.
When you enter, you see that She's sitting at a table in a private room. There, also at the table are 5 other individuals that you do not recognize. Just various people. But she says, "Well, you sit down."
I sit down in front of the first one. What is your favorite color?
Gray.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Hold on, where's my cure? 15.
15.
13 plus exhaustion if you still have it.
Well, 13, whatever.
13.
As you said earlier, if you have to suffer, if I have to suffer, you do too.
13. Hard to read.
I don't trust you.
Never asked you to.
No, but somebody else did.
But what about beige or brown or possibly blue?
What about plum?
Nope, definitely gray.
Yeah, insight check.
Insight check.
16 with disadvantage.
16. You look over them, and they all seem to be like nodding at the gray. Studying them. Do you just continue to go through the process of asking them questions?
I kind of stopped after listing a bunch of stupid colors.
Okay. With a 16.
Sorry.
Yeah, with a 16, you're able to pick up that Bonnie seems sincere. She's very trustworthy. She's not putting on any airs or trying to deceive you other than what she actually is. But she seems to just enjoy her life.
She said she likes purple, while the others are, insisting on grey.
They are very much insisting on gray.
I mean, purple is a good color.
Oh, it certainly is.
But yeah, the rest of the doppelgangers are not really interested and don't really care. They're not trustworthy for the kind of job you're hoping to enlist them in. Bonnie, though, is.
Good enough for me.
What is Eleanor supposed to be doing with these people?
Sitting there
Yeah.
quietly, trying to figure out what to do.
On that note, Elizabeth probably hasn't had a decent look around, so she'll kneel down to Lime, why the fuck are we here?
I will use my silent speech because she does not have to talk out loud. We, and I use the point to me and Medley, are trying to find out if they are trustworthy or not. Enough for the Harpers, because, a most secretive organization, we are the best. Her, I point to Eleanor, are supposed to dispose of said doppelgangers, one way or another.
Elizabeth kneels down again. Ah, gotcha. Alright, go ahead. Then she just wanders off to the corner and has a sip.
Huh. Huh.
I will use my silent speech again on Bonnie. Your friends, not so great. But you, the Harpers would like.
When you turn around and address Bonnie, give me another insight check.
$13.
Lime, all the doppelgangers are staring at you as you silent speech. Bonnie kind of like bites her lower lip and is like,
I guess I said all of that out loud?
no, you didn't.
I will use silent speech to say to Bonnie, I think the other one was sent to kill you. I would leave 5 minutes ago.
Other one as in you now?
I will point to Eleanor as I say the other one. Go to Moit.
No,
He'll
she
be
says-
able to help you get out of town, and very well suited.
She says, oh, no, I picked up on that. We all sort of did. All the other doppelgangers nod. We'd really like not to leave.
I was hoping I had some parchment and pen. I don't.
Oh, well, here you go. I
Oh.
actually do have some.
I believe we're trying to find a mutually beneficial agreement, if memory serves, but considering I could not remember who Bonnie was about 2 minutes ago, I just don't trust me.
No,
Maybe that's
you
what it is the
look-
whole
You
time.
look like a combination of drunk and exhausted.
You got that right. It's a real problem.
And Eleanor will write out on the parchment to give it to Lime what she was told about. Now, apparently they're trying to upset the balance of the city, and that's why they want them gone, because they could cause a lot of political unrest and all this stuff. And then just
Hold on.
shrugs as soon as she sees that sign, like,
Lime is trying to read it. Keeps having to put it down and take a deep breath before she goes back to it again. Okay, so political unrest. Am I getting this right? Unnatural balance? You got to go. By force or by will?
Are you trying to intimidate them?
no, she's like,
Not intentionally.
No!
Eleanor's like,
Not intentionally.
that's the reason why you don't have to do it. I need
More
something
of a
to give back.
persuasion, if anything, than an intimidation. Because this is a, small.
Lime takes out a
person.
knife. You got to. I'm not trying to persuade you or intimidate you, but
Roll me persuasion or intimidate.
Oh my god. This is gonna go so badly. It's an 11.
Alright. So, they, look at each other and they shrugged a bit, and then one of them says, they already know what we are. We can easily slip into another town. Then the others look at them and nod and say, I know a place. We can take on a noble's position. And they start to stand up and leave, and they pause and look to Bonnie and say, are you coming? I'll be along shortly.
Bonnie, I think the Harpers would be able to help you with the Emerald Enclave wanting you to leave. I mean, the Harpers seem to want trustworthy people, and you seem pretty trustworthy.
I'm sure anyone that the Harpers think are good, they could use their clout to get the Emerald Enclave off their back.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Which one?
I have disadvantage, so it would just be a straight roll for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have a +2.
I have a 0, but I also could get advantage on that, so...
Yeah. And go with the advantage and not the straight roll.
Yeah, 14.
14. She thinks for a moment and then. No, I'd hate to give up my life here, so sure I'll take you up on that. But she looks to the others and says, I'll keep in touch. Be sure to write, alright? And another one of them says, well, alright. They spin around and leave.
Hey, wait! How many of them are there?
5.
I am going to give out. So the one big vial I put into like little bitty samples, I will give them each a little sample of Purple Freedom and be like, tell your friends or keep it for yourself. It's up to you. And I give them each like the little samples that I have of Purple Freedom.
Okay.
Before they go.
Alright. I already know where this is going to go at the end of the campaign.
Oh god.
I've already decided.
Oh.
Alright, so you all have seemed to settle this. Bonnie looks to you and says, so I'm safe to stay, right?
You can stay, and if anybody gives you trouble, just send them my way.
We'll have...
Or her way. And
Hey,
I
that
point to
rhymed.
Medley, who is also a
Until you-
Harper.
Until you added that last bit, it rhymed.
I'd also appreciate if you kept my what I am secret.
I kind of go up to her and, what is Bonnie? Is she human? Is she a dwarf?
She
Do you
appears
mean
to
a
be
barmaid?
human.
No, I mean,
That
what's
seems
that?
very unremarkable.
I'm asking the DM. Is she a human? Is she a dwarf?
She appears to be human.
Right, I kind of crook my finger to have her come down to me.
She leans down.
I'm really high and very exhausted. I will forget by tomorrow.
Eleanor sighs.
Okay.
Do you have another parchment? I will write notes.
I will give him more paper because she never returned my pen.
And Eleanor will... Here you go. Roll. So you remember, here's this. I'm going to write one to the Emerald Enclave that the doppelgangers have been taken care of.
What are you writing exactly?
The potential threat of doppelganger unrest has been quelled. They are leaving. There is only a single one remaining in town under Harper protection.
As you're writing that part out,
Just lying
Bonnie
her
says-
ass off because she has no idea if that's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
She's like, I
as,
will assume.
as you're writing that last part out, Bonnie just like looks over to you and she says, "Please don't include that part."
Well, then they won't know where you are, what your name is. Just that there is a single one in town.
Maybe just not mention me at all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tears up the paper, gets another one. Doppelganger mess been taken care of. No more doppelganger unrest. They have left town on their own terms.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, my break's almost over. I assumed the Harpers would be in touch.
I'm sure Moit will be in touch as soon as I let him know. But if you run into trouble before then, you know Jallister, right?
Yes.
He's a really good friend of mine. If anything happens, just tell him I said that you're worth.
I'll do that. Thank you.
I think that's my person, Jallister. Jallister?
Yallister.
Yeah.
Celester.
Jallister. Yeah, however you say.
I would say Gillester, only because there's already a Hallister.
There's a surprising lack of Nordic influence in this city.
It's a shame.
That's the real reason.
Bonnie steps out and goes back to work. What would y'all like to do?
Take a nap.
Alright. You already sent messages out?
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as Eleanor's done, she'll send that out. Make sure that the notes for Lime are like tucked away somewhere on her person, so when she comes down from that high, that'll be accessible.
Alright. So you get a message back a bit later. A cat perches itself on a windowsill while you're resting and starts scratching at the window.
She'll open the window up for it.
And the cat hops in, and you hear, "Very good job. Now that the doppelgangers are expunged, you can count yourself well into establishing yourself within the Emerald Enclave. We'll have more work for you, and more blessings to come. For the time being, just wait for our call." And the cat turns and leaps out the window.
She'll give the cat a little head scratch before it leaves.
It doesn't leave and curls up.
I live
Well,
here now.
I have a cat now!
But
Hey,
you gain,
Matt.
you gain 2 renown with the Emerald Enclave.
Yes!
I'm excited
These
for this
druids are
next.
putty in my hands.
Hey, so, Medley, I'm still not quite, I'm never quite right in the head, but I'm definitely less right in the head today. Can you help me go find Moit so we can tell them to help Bonnie?
Absolutely. I will go find Moit.
He appears to be downstairs drinking.
He appears to be downstairs drinking.
I will go with, Medley.
We go find Moit downstairs.
Ah, how are you ladies doing tonight? Would you like something
Did he
to
say
drink?
hola?
Huh? No,
Did
he
he
said ah.
Oh, I heard it. I heard hola.
Hola.
I'm speaking goblin. Man, I'm
Hola,
this
¿cómo
goblin.
I'm speaking goblin.
It went very well. Apparently, Bonnie is willing to cooperate with the Harpers.
Now how about the rest of her gang?
Not so much. They have left the city
Well,
on pain of death.
at least they won't be causing any trouble. And you did good. Now, how many of you worked on this case?
We both
Four.
raise our hands.
4?
4.
5? Did Johnny 5 help us? I don't remember.
Not really.
Well, there's only 4 of you, so, tell you what, you two, your stand-in is improving within Dahapa's most secretive organization. I have something else for you, too. And he reaches, into his, pack at his side, and he pulls out 4 pouches of gold. Hands each pouch to the 4 of you.
This is a lucrative partnership. Eleanor hasn't been rewarded once for all of their hard work.
That's not true. I got a A charm of restoration.
You also got
I
paid
mean,
for the last
to
time.
be honest, she did technically steal a book that belonged to me and you.
That is true.
And
We should kill her.
no, that's a little too far. Just a little bit.
We will take her to the dungeon.
We'll just take her share. I'll take her share. It'll go for a
Acceptable.
good cause.
You're just stealing money from her now?
It's not stealing. They helped us complete our job.
You guys got your reward.
It's probably stealing.
It is probably.
It is probably stealing.
But there's 50 gold in each pouch.
Alright, so to top that off, I open up Elizabeth's pouch, and then I move 25 of it into Eleanor's pouch. There. Now everybody is rewarded.
You know what? I like your thinking.
I learn from the best.
And as per remote, Elizabeth isn't even fucking there. She's at the bar.
Yeah, the only two there are me and Medley.
Yep.
You return to the bar and
Alright.
They're none the wiser.
Did we just get paid or did we get renown?
you got 2 renown.
2 renowned and
And then also paid.
And also
Like,
paid.
2 renown each, or one for each?
2 renown to each of you.
Hot damn, you guys are doing well.
Yep.
And sorry, you said that there was 50 in each pouch.
Yes.
So I took 100 of that.
And then
Okay.
I pulled, and then I moved 25 to each pouch. I also hand over 50 gold to you because I have no need for money.
Oh, okay. So I owe 550. Okay, we're doing great on this payback. Doing great.
Listen, it's fine. They don't need money, right?
No, I mean they're the Van Vampers. They don't really need it.
I meant our companions, but yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't need it either. They don't. Elizabeth will just.
Just consider this in advance on the dead.
You can't miss something you didn't know you had.
I mean, that was a lot better than. There was a lot more spy work than fighting a thing in a shop, Mr. Harperman. Moint.
Indeed, we should also provide our expense report for compensation.
What are you asking?
I have no idea.
I think he's asking for compensation, Moint.
I just compensated you.
Technically true, but we would like more if it is possible.
I think you're good.
Alright.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I think we could. I think that we deserve another trip to the opera on the Harper's expense.
Another trip to the opera, you say?
Yeah.
We are cultured and refined.
Make a persuasion check.
I will. Because I'm good at that. 20.
With a 20, you make it. You see him think for a minute. Well, there is this new play coming out. You know what? That's a good idea. We'll all go to the opera sometime. My treat.
Excellent.
Do you know what, Moy? I think we would love that.
I would love that. And you all will be my guests of honor.
For another 50 gold, she could be your date of honor.
Appreciate it.
Happy endings included.
And if Elizabeth were here, she would tell you it is a very good, happy ending.
Are you suggesting that you pay me to be...
No, the other way around.
Oh, well that's just silly. But I appreciate it. You're all very fine ladies.
But have you considered a construct? Technically not a construct. I have living circuitry as well.
That is very interesting. But I'm doing quite well.
It was worth a shot.
Indeed it was. Never hurts.
It could hurt, if you wanted to.
Yes, but have you thought up your safe word yet?
Purple parallelograms.
There you go.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Black bisector.
I thought about that too. Black bisector.
Do you know how hard it is to say Rumpelstiltskin when you have a gag in your mouth? Or when you're in so much pain?
Moit's like, yes, on both accounts.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I do.
You can never really get that huh sound in the Rumpelstiltskin, so it just comes out Rumstin. So it never stops. Best
It sounds
safe
like you've
word
gotten out more
ever.
than I have. I agree, it's quite difficult.
Bentley had a good safe word too. Keep that in mind.
Alright. Well, you all have completed your tasks. Sometime in the next couple days, you'll receive a paper bird with some tickets to see
Storm
play
King's
based-
Thunder.
I was gonna say, based on true events in a plane
From Barovia.
from Barovia.
Ah, that's good too. Although that's a little meta since we met the people.
That is true. Well, hey, where do you think the story came from?
We didn't have a bard though.
Ooh, how about Icewind Dale?
Ooh. That one's still happening. Actually, it hasn't happened yet, but still.
That's true. Yeah, I think Storm King's Thunder is a good one too.
I
What
you could
about
also do
Tomb of Annihilation?
Yeah, you could do Tomb of Annihilation.
Stories from the Far Islands where 4 adventurers set out and got exploded.
Because technically that one does happen before this.
Or, you know,
meet.
past Descent into Avernus.
Yeah, but that one doesn't have an ending yet. Descent into Avernus hasn't happened yet either.
Yeah, I think that
Technically,
happens,
yeah.
what, 2
Sure.
years after Waterdeep?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years. Hey,
Hey,
we're getting close to that time though.
we are. We're
Yeah.
like right at that time.
You all have completed all the tasks you've had a lot of great role play. You know what? Everybody take inspiration. Happy Halloween.
Yay.
Ooh, happy Halloween, everybody.
Most of us got tricks and a treat.
You all got
Yeah, we did.
Pew, pew, pew.
But hey,
Where do I click on D&D Beyond to say inspiration? It's
I-
usually at the it's
uh,
usually at
It
the
is
top of my screen, but I don't.
To the right of your speed.
I
Ah,
see
yes,
it.
there
Thank
it is.
Did they
It'll
move
put
it?
a little sun on it if it's toggled.
Oh. Well, hey, I'll just leave you with this scene. You all return to the hospital and painted all across the front door and wall is phony, but it's spelled wrong. It's like FOWNEEE.
Well, that's just rude. The phone.
As I
hasn't
failed
been
yet
invented.
another one of my wisdom saves, Elizabeth is just gonna kneel down to Lime. Got any more drugs?
Always.
Good, let's go. She grabs her by the arm and leads her to the basement.
But who is a phony?
We'll find out next time.
On
On
the next
Dragon Heist.
exciting
On
episode
Dragon
of Shay's
Heist
Dragon
Z.
Heist.
On Drug and Heist.
Drug.
On Drug
Drugs on
Heist.
High Z.
All right.
Drug and Heist.
Thanks everybody for watching Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We will be back tomorrow with most of us, 3 of us, here.
Yeah.
Trading out Dido for Felis for Deadlands Reloaded. That's the word. Fistful of Bennies. So we will see you.
I
next
mean-
time.
Felis is a good trade.
Yeah, he does good costuming too. He's pretty funny. But we will see you guys next time. Have a great night.